Hey everyone. In this set of lectures, we're going to start going through the project definition and planning step of the project management process. Personally, this is one of the most important steps of the process because this is where you're really defining out all of the details and going through and planning out that particular project. Business analysts that are also performing project management generally skip this step or skimp on this step and really don't do what they're supposed to or don't do what they should. And later on, as that project's moving along, they end up paying for it. The project runs off a schedule, goes over budget, they need additional resources to come in to help pull everything around. So this step is very important, and we'll walk through all of the pieces with it. So project definition and planning is where you're developing a plan to conduct a successful project. And now you can kind of tell why it's important, right? It's where you're actually going in and you're saying, okay, how can we make this project successful? What do we need to do, and what are the steps we need to take to complete that? There's 5 things that we're going to cover, starting with creating a project schedule. This seems like a fairly, simple task, right? Just creating a schedule. But you'll see some of the complexities that happen with a project schedule, even very simple ones, and some of the things that you need to really take into account. So we'll go over some best practices and different lessons learned from projects that I've been on and how you can make sure you avoid that on your projects. We'll then work into planning your communication. This is making sure that people understand how you're going to be communicating with them, how the project team, the sponsor, after meetings and through status reports, how are you going to give them updates on the project and how are you going to be communicating with them? So we'll go through that. Next, we'll go through identifying assumptions and risks. So we'll walk through a little bit more definition of what assumption and risks are, and we'll talk about how you can identify assumptions and risks and what you should do once you do identify them. Next is determining a quality plan. So this is for your quality assurance, your testing phase. What you need to do is you need to plan out what you're going to be doing for that phase and make sure that that part of the project is aligned and you have the right resources in place to take care of that. Last but not least, we need a plan for our go live. We need to understand what are we going to be doing when we move everything to production, when users start using the system, or we take that deliverable and we use it and take action with it. So what is that go live going to look like? And that's the whole part of that, but those 5 steps are going to take us quite a bit. So let's get started.